Hello, I'd like to show you Believe. Believe has a butterfly here and a butterfly here and a clip-on earring here that matches the leaf theme here and a tassel with colors that go with the cover. She has one signature. She is about 5 inches wide and 8¼ inches long. Pretty chunky. I took a detour from my normal journals I've been making lately because I saw this fabric in my stash, this upholstery fabric, and I love ferns. And when I saw this, I thought, it doesn't need anything else done to it. I mean, just sew it on and maybe put a little tag on there. And yeah, I love ferns. And I love the color green. So yeah, that's why I was drawn to this. As a tea-dyed ribbon. This just unclips there. This is held on with a bulb pin, which you can remove that if need be. Doesn't seem to get in the way though. Undo the tea-dyed ribbon. Oh, I had fun with this one. You might have noticed some of my shorts I've got on YouTube that I did little bits from this too. This is a napkin decoupaged onto a piece of paper, and then that was put onto this. And this here, well, it's funny, I don't even remember, and I just did this last week. I think this here might be either coffee filter or tea bag. I don't remember. Anyways, I layered it up. Did lots of sewing in this one too. So I had to scoop my cat off my sewing stool. She's there right now. She's probably happy that I'm not sewing. I had to scoot her off there. I just put her in her basket over here on the desk. It's no big deal, but still. We leave the seat warm for each other. Got a little tag here made from a magazine picture. With some vintage trim here. Stocked up on this recently when I went to a thrift store, so I was so happy to get more colors. And this is a scan of one of my watercolors, geranium. My geraniums are blooming right now. My laundry room. And I made a little journal card slips in the back here. Lots of writing space. And some paper for writing on. Seems to go with everything, this paper. I especially love the green. So this has been made with, so there's upholstery fabric on the outside, and then on the inside, this was made with napkin decoupaged onto, I forget the name of this paper, but anyways, it's you can see the color of it there. It's again gourmet paper. I was looking for something else, and that's all that they had at our store, so it didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. But then when I put this on, I realized I love the color. It gives that very warm old look, so it looks like I'll be able to use it after all. I wanted something that I could iron and the napkin would, or fabric, whatever, would stick to it. Well, it turns out that paper doesn't work that way. You have to use Mod Podge or glue. I stamped this butterfly on this recipe card. Here's some more of my snippet roll that I've been making, and I added some buttons. Need to make some more of that pretty soon. Some tea-dyed lace on here. On this page, you can write on the back of this. And here's a little journal card tucked in this little spot here. Lots of vintage buttons on this one too. Made a little journal booklet. Slides in here. Really enjoyed using this color, the green. So this here is also upholstery fabric, and I thought it went nice with the green. You know, some of the things I already had, like this. Some ledger paper made into pocket. There's some journaling space here. Made this out of a picture from a book about children's books, Kate Greenaway. I think I'm almost used all those up. I only have a couple left. Vintage button here with some lace, and a pocket here. Use a greeting card, turned it into a journal card. Little charm here, carrying on the theme of green. Free, the birds are free. Little fabric tab there, sparkly. Some more free birds. Journal spot there, pocket here, writing space here, writing space here, and here. Stamped on a piece of cotton ribbon, I guess you call that. Writing space there. Made a little booklet using a picture from a greeting card, sewed it on there. Added some tea-dyed paper. You can write on here too. When I did this, I barely remember this, but I think what I did was I crumpled out the paper and then I uncrumpled it and rubbed it with, looks like I must have used one of maybe my watercolor mixtures. That's a problem when you make things way ahead of time. You don't remember how you did it, but I like how it goes with this, with that color there. And writing space on this side. Tea-dyed greeting card from Hawaii, but I got it from a thrift store. I'd love to go to Hawaii one day, but I have a feeling that heaven's going to have beaches that are even better. Hard to believe, but true. Made a ruffle out of some coffee filtered, and I got that idea from another junk journaler when I was looking through a flip through on YouTube. Great way to find ideas. I hope you're getting ideas from me too. Hope I'm encouraging you. And this here was some homemade paper that I did some stamping on. Made into a pocket. Writing space, vintage button. A little bit of bias tape on there for interest. Stamping. Vintage lace. And this was a page that I think I showed in one of my recent shorts. Using a playing card, you can make a quick and sturdy pocket on a journal card, and then you add some extra writing space by putting that in there. So writing space on the back, put it in a pocket, make sure that it goes on a page that goes with the colors of it. And this was a greeting card, and I wanted to do something different. I really love the colors. I thought it goes perfect with this journal. So I thought, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to trim it to fit the page, and then I ink the edges. Then I added 2 layers of lace sewed on a button, glued it on the page, just on the sides, and created a lovely belly band. And this is a piece of nice, lovely feeling paper from a vintage guest book. It's a beautiful one. I'll be using papers from that. That was from a thrift store. And then here, I had fun making this. So I think I showed this one, maybe not this one, but I showed one of my little ladder pockets. So this is just using one of those adding machine rolls. And this one I think was already naturally aged. I've got some that aren't and some that are, and some I coffee dyed. And what you do is you just, if you watch one of my shorts, you'll see how to do it. But yeah, you just fold it and you don't have to measure it exactly, and it creates a bunch of pockets. And in this one, I glued here and here and here after I'd sewed this together on the machine to make a side tuck. Journal card. And I thought this went with the theme of the kind of the waterfall look here. You can stick whatever you want in the pockets. I happen to have these, so I thought, oh yeah, little notes. You could put receipts and things in there. And this center page, this was so fun to create. I've been saving this picture forever. Just love the warm colors, and look at her. She looks so happy in her garden. I just love it when I get in, in the flow of working in the garden. And I made it kind of 3D. And these didn't come with this. These are just ones from greeting cards that went with the color theme. So there's lots of room in here to put, yeah, journal papers or pictures or, yeah, special receipts. And I put these on the center strings, like they match the green of the journal. This was from some jewelry that I thrifted. Anyways, I could just sit here and look at this all day. She looks so happy. That makes me feel happy. Some stamping here. This is from Edith Holden. This is a picture of my antique doll that my mom gave me. Tuck spot. There's some tea-dyed paper for writing on. You can write on here, of course. Here. And here's another little journal card made with a plain card pocket on it. Just a little note. You can write on that. Oh, there was some of that lovely lace I got at a thrift store recently. Journaling space there. And here. One of my favy things to do is to create a spread that goes together. And this I didn't glue back together because I thought it'd be great for extra journaling space. Plus you can journal on here. And this here, this page is really sturdy. This was from a gift bag, shopping bag, my mom got on one of her trips, and she knows I like to craft, so she would often pass stuff to me, and it would be in one of the bags that she got on one of her holidays. So I love the colors of it. And this is before I saved this before I started junk journaling. I'm glad I did, because lovely to use in a journal. Stamping. Journal card made from a greeting card. And this I've had for a while. I did inking and stamping and a little bit of sparkle on there, and then I tea-dyed it too. This I did, I think it was with crayons, and I rubbed on a wooden box that my husband has. We both like boxes, little boxes, and it was carved. And then I also, sorry for bumping the camera there, and I also, what did I put on here? So this has been scanned. It's not the original. And then I also tea-dyed the scanning. And this is from little sparkles that I put on it. This is handmade paper, journaling spot there, tuck spot there. There's a little brad and some green just to make this guy go with the flow of this page. Oh, love these pictures from the bird book. On both sides you can see pictures. And a tuck spot here. This, I don't know if it's the last one I have, but I just love how it went with the colors in this book too. Greeting card. On this side we have a greeting card. I want to do something different with this, so just glued on some lace and glued on some lined cardstock on there. And there we go. You can put a little quote there or a verse. And here we've got journal card made into or greeting card made into a journal card. Two little mini tags. William Morris scrapbook paper. Tea-dyed paper there. It's the old paper that I got from thrift store that's from a notepad, several of them from Woodward's department store. And I did this with William Morris scrapbook paper, some tea-dyed doily, a fussy cut, and then sewed, of course. And this is airmail paper that's really light, lovely to feel, and that's just naturally aged. Little cluster there from the snippet roll, writing space, and that color to pick up some of the colors in the pictures. On this side, this was interesting what I did here. I Mod Podged a piece of kind of lace on here to give it that muted look like it has over here. And this comes out and you can write on all sides of that. And of course you can write there. Don't want to wrinkle that, so I want to be careful. And then on this side, another waterfall pockets. And I did some stamping. I didn't put something in every pocket, so there's lots of room. There's a nice tall one, so instead of gluing on here and here, I glued down here and here and created a nice tuck spot. A little notepad here on a greeting card. See, this is another way that I thought of making a greeting card. Changing it up and making it handy for the junk journal, but you know, not too tricky to do. Little charms there from some jewelry that I thrifted. And I just added this vintage lace and vintage part of a doily and some buttons, or pardon me, some beads and a little mother of pearl button. Make that an interesting journal card. Let's see, what does this have something inside? I'm trying to remember. Oh yes, I remember now. When I tea dyed this with some other things, I didn't notice until I went to take it out of the dye that there was this inside the card. Isn't that beautiful? I guess it's a poinsettia. I don't know, but oh my, it just meant to be in here, don't you think? So that goes in here. I'm not sure where that's from or what that's about, but it was inside this card. When I opened this card up after I tea dyed it, that's when I spotted it. Of course I wanted to keep it, but then I'm thinking, no, it belongs to this journal. Nice to have a little bit of mystery. Okay, that goes here. There we go. Yeah, so the beads don't get in the way. And I made a little booklet, some tiny bit of stamping in it, and it's tea dyed paper. Lots of writing space. You can write in here and in here. And here, stamping. Or was this stamping or stenciling? This was stenciling. That was stamping. Oh, this was fun. This had to put this in here because it goes so well with the colors, but this is eyelash trim. And here's another little green Kate Greenaway book that I made. Tea dyed paper and a little bit of scrapbook paper. And this I made with some of the leftovers from the lining of this book. And I thought this button went well with it, and I made a little ruffle with some lace. Tea dyed paper. And this is from a magazine. What I do is, if I find magazine pictures I like, I usually tea dye them. That gives them that old look. And I made this little booklet here. Some tea dyed paper. This guy got wrinkled, so keep him away from the edge there. Little tag, stamping and stenciling. And then there's a greeting card, which I thought this went with the colors of this book, for journaling on. And this is tea dyed and plain on both sides. Cardstock for journaling on as well. And here's a little tag with some stenciling done on it for journaling on, tucked in there. A little dangle on here. I thought this button was lovely. Now, when I was working on this, I kept thinking this was the last page, but it's not. This is the last page. So on this side, we have a little journaling space here. And this had to go in here because it really goes with the colors of this. But this is just tea dyed writing paper. And this here is a postcard. And then I sewed a little envelope that's got some Bible cards in it and a history card. Stamped it, put some vintage rickrack on it and the vintage button. And this is from this lovely paper. It's from a book that I'd had my drawings in. Watercolors. So I tea dyed it and I'm using it for making little envelopes. Yeah, so my next journal's back to the usual ones I've been making, but when I just saw this, sometimes you just have to go with the flow. When something inspires you, that means There's some creativity just waiting to happen. And then I tend to have more fun because I'm not trying to be a perfect. I'm just trying to have fun. And that fun part sustains you and helps you to keep on creating. Not sure what this is, whether it's a tie clip or what, but it begged to be on here with the other butterfly, so hope I inspired you. Take care and happy first day of summer. Oh my, it's so lovely outside. I got the sprinkler on, or the drip system and the little micro sprinklers on my beans and potatoes and that this morning. Take care. Bye.